Hi guys, it's Holly, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a Q&A all about the person behind Holly's little Rabbitry, which would be me. And I have a little buddy with me today. This is Rain. She's Heidi and Tucker's little girl, and you'll probably see her coming on and off of my lap. She's my little cuddle buddy for the video. Alright, let's get started on the questions. I had tons and tons of questions. I'm going to try and answer as many as I can without having to make this be like part 1 and part 2 because I never get around to filming part 2. So I'm going to try and film as much as I possibly can before I have to go to work. So the first question is, how did you get into rabbits? So I got my first bunny when I was 12, and I just really wanted a pet that I could play with and snuggle, and I had a bearded dragon, which is a type of lizard, but you obviously can't snuggle him. He's like not cuddly or furry or warm. And I had been reading a ton about rabbits, and I read that they can be litter trained and live inside the house, and so my mom and my dad thought that was a great idea to get a bunny, and so I got my first bunny when I was 12, and then 2 years later I started breeding them. How many siblings do you have? I have 4 siblings, a sister and 3 brothers, and they're all younger than me. How many rabbits do you have total? I think last time I counted, which was very recently, I have 25. Yeah, I think 25. But I do have a couple for sale right now, and then depending on how many babies are born with each litter, that number always changes. But yeah, right now I have 25. Do you have a favorite rabbit? Not really. I think I've said this in one of my previous Q&As too. I love all my rabbits for different reasons, but one of them that's definitely not going anywhere is Butterfly, who was born at my Rabbitry. She just has the best personality, and she's just so sweet and snuggly, and she's been with me for like show and tell at college and like just tons of different places, to old folks home, as like a therapy bunny. She's just a really great rabbit, and I'll be keeping her for sure. What's your favorite brand of makeup? I kind of just buy whatever's cheap. I'll spend big money on my bunnies, but I don't spend that much on myself. But I like Maybelline for lipsticks, and that's pretty much it. I just buy whatever's cheap. What do you like to do in your free time? I love reading, and I'll usually do that a lot during the summer. During the school year, it's hard because I just have so many textbooks and school stuff. It's hard to read, but I like reading and writing, and then I do bunnies in my free time pretty much. What occupation would you like to have? So different variations of this question were asked a lot, and this one also ties into like what is my major going to be in college, and like what am I going to college for, what am I studying there. After my next 3 years of college, I would like to be an elementary school teacher. So that's my major, that's what I'm going for. So yeah, teacher. And then the next question is, what do you want to study at college? And pretty much what I have been studying for the past 2 years and for the next 3 years is education. And what goes into that too is a lot of psychology and different stuff like that. So yeah. Do you have a job outside your Rabbitry? Yes, I do. I work as a barista at a coffee stand. If you had to have any other breed of rabbit, what would it be? I really love mini Rex, like the feeling of their fur and all the other colors they come in, and I also love Dutch rabbits. They're also some of my favorites. Hi, she's so cute. If you couldn't breed rabbits, what would you want to do instead? I would have a lot more money if I didn't breed rabbits. I'd probably have a car and be driving by now. But other than that, I don't think I would really be doing anything else than what I'm doing now. I would just have a lot more money. What's the largest amount of rabbits you've had at one time? 25, which is the number that I have right now. It's the most I've had. How old were you when you started breeding? I was 14 when I got my first rabbit to breed. And then that summer, I had my first litter. Do you or do you plan on shipping your rabbits? Probably not. I don't right now, and that's also just because our airport is like an hour from where we live. And I'm not driving myself yet, but also just because I don't want to risk the rabbit's health, and it is a very stressful thing to go on an airplane. So I doubt I ever will, and I never have a need to. I never run out of people to buy my rabbits and need to ship them across the country or across the world. So, did you do 4-H or are you doing 4-H? I've never done 4-H just because when I was younger we didn't have a club that was close to me. It would have to be a drive, and then now I'm 18 and it's going to be, you know, I think the oldest you can be is like 18 or 19, so there wouldn't be a point in joining now. Are you planning to still breed rabbits before or after college? Yes. Or during / after college. Yes. I hope to as long as I possibly can. I want to have rabbits when I'm a teacher. I want to have a classroom bunny in my class. I want to do rabbits for pretty much as long as I can think. Maybe not Holland Lops in the future, maybe a different breed, but I definitely want to do rabbits, or at least have them as a pet if I come to a point in my life where I just can't breed them. Favorite makeup product? She's being so good. Lipstick is my favorite. I love lipstick. Do you have your first bunny that you used for breeding? No. She actually lives in Texas, and she's still alive. She's about like 5 now or 6. And she lives in Texas with some friends of a friend of mine. What are you going to do with your old shed once you have your barn? This was a question that was actually asked once, but like variations of it asked a couple different times. And basically, my rabbits have lived outside. They haven't lived in a shed or a barn or anything. Since I started, they've just all been outside, like covered in tarps and stuff. And that's worked fairly well, but the space I have them in right now just isn't big enough for how much I want to expand. So, yeah, so the shed I'm actually filming in right now, the bunnies aren't in it yet, but it's just a good spot for filming. I'm going to be, once the rabbits are all moved in here, my parents are just going to use that space for whatever. Where do you get your bunnies' names? My siblings help me choose the names for my bunnies, and then I also will ask my viewers sometimes if they have any good name suggestions, and I'll write them all down, all the names that I like or that I hear. I'm working as a barista. Sometimes I'll ask people what their pet's name is, and I'll kind of steal their idea and write it down if I think it's a good name. So it really depends on what I think the rabbit looks like for a name too. Like sometimes I'll just have a bunny that just looks like with Butterfly, like I just looked at her and I was like, she looks like her name should be Butterfly. Like I don't know why, that just was the first name that came to mind. You know, kind of random, but I just thought it was cute, and like she looked like that could be her name. And like with Rain and her brother Thunder, I was just thinking of like cloudy or like gray type names, and my brother came up with the idea for Thunder and Rain, or maybe he suggested like Thunder and Lightning or something like that. But yeah, I thought the name was cute, and so we went with it. How many rabbits did you have before you started a rabbitry? I had just one, and then the next rabbit I bought specifically for breeding. Do you have any other pets besides rabbits? Yes, I have a 1-year-old chocolate lab puppy. His name's Odin, and he's very naughty. Favorite music artist? I don't really have a specific favorite. I like a lot of different kinds of music, a lot of the popular stuff pretty much. But one of my favorites right now is the Chainsmokers. I think they're pretty cool. They have good music. Alright guys, that's all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. And be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. If you're new, make sure to subscribe because I have a lot of exciting videos coming up, especially with getting my shed finished and everything. Soon I will have a Rabbitry tour coming, introducing everyone to the bunnies and other fun videos like that. Thanks again for watching guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!